Yo, what up, people? Just want to come on here and just sort of make a raw style video and just sort of recycle some advice that I've learned from a fellow YouTube video and a fellow YouTuber, I should say, and businessman that has really helped me reframe my mindset. And it always comes into my mind every time I'm struggling. And I think it's really been helping me. And I just want to pass that on to my audience, even though there's probably no one watching this. But if it helps one person, then that's all I'd like to achieve with this video. But the advice is from Charlie Morgan. I don't know if you know him. If you're in business, you probably do. He's a very established business guy in the agency space, helping other people achieve business success. Very successful himself. So the piece of advice that stood out that he talks about is how business is suffering. And what that really is that feeling that you get when you try to beat resistance. It's just, you know it if you're trying to start a business. If you're trying to do anything, it's for some weird reason, you have all this motivation, you have all the will in the world to do something. As soon as you start doing it, this just sick feeling comes in, and it's called resistance. And there's a great book called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, which I highly recommend, who talks about beating the resistance and how it's pretty much the key to success for the creative or the business person. And basically, Charlie Morgan talks about how putting yourself in that feeling as much as you can every single day and building up that tolerance and that bank of just pain is how you're going to get forward. And I really do believe that. Having that consciousness and that thought go through my head now is because the night before every day I go, okay, I know I need to do this. I know I need to do an hour of writing, outreaching, working on, social media, whatever it is. Excuse me, there's a fly in the background. But yeah, doing all those things. And when it comes down to doing it, immediately you just want to distract yourself. You want to click open this tab, watch some video. For me personally, I get sort of sick. Like I get like this sort of tense, anxious feeling that like I just want to go away from it because it's difficult, right? And the human brain wants to go escape from pain, right? But the problem with this is escaping it in that moment only leads into more long-term pain, because if I escape it and then that day I go, fire, I'm such a freaking failure. I hate myself for it. But if I just stand in the fire and I put myself through that pain for the day, I feel 100 times better. I go to bed knowing that I beat resistance for the day, I should say. So I guess my advice to anyone who's doing this business thing or who wants to achieve anything is just get comfortable with being in pain. Like, doing this YouTube video I didn't want to do it, and same with everything. And I have wasted so much time in my life to the hands of resistance. I still do. It is probably one of my biggest pitfalls, and I've got no one to blame but myself. But I want to make this video and create more accountability for myself and for whoever's watching to really put yourself through as much pain as possible. It is that simple. Honestly, it sucks, but it's better to feel the pain now than to be living with regret in the future. Because, we've only got one shot at this, and time is fleeting, and I'm really starting to learn that. So, honestly, I guess shout out to Charlie for really putting this through me, and I hope it can really serve you. Go out there and just be miserable, honestly. Like, you obviously want to be working on something that you enjoy. Like, I enjoy this stuff. I enjoy what I do and what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to learn. But, there's obviously that lizard part of your brain that just always wants to get that cheap distraction, and you know how it is. I don't have to go around talking about how important focus is, but put yourself in as much pain as possible. That's my advice.